And what is up with the squad? It's favorite IT with Uncle Tennessee Cess. I am in the building. But y'all know who it is, Mr. Lover himself, MJLover23 in the building. Cess Talks Sports presents Cess Talks Bets with MJLover23. Y'all know what it is. 1-800-GAMBLER. If y'all need it, use it. If y'all need it, use it. I don't know why. My StreamYard's been acting so weird. This is not the background that I have selected. So let's fix that part. Okay, that makes more sense right there. Let's fix it. I don't know. But StreamYard's been so weird today. So, yeah, we're going to do this on the fly because I wanted to see the money today. I didn't even notice that it was not cooperating properly.
Updates, maybe?
I don't know. What? Probably it is an update or update on my end. Something like that happened. So we should be fixed. And then Twitter was acting weird. So I don't know. We're not on Twitter right now. But it's Monday and we're gonna make it happen because it's like 95 degrees. You know what I mean? I ain't got no they ain't got me. You know what I mean? 7 p.m. on Friday.
We got a jam-packed show today.
Jam-packed show.
I didn't think it was going to be like that. There's no W going on.
No dub at all.
Still a lot of information to get out to you guys today. So
yeah, MJ been doing work, been putting in the work. January Sports Highlights. What is good? Yo, what's up, Ashy Knuckles? What it do, Ashy? What it do, Ashy? Listen,
what's happening? Yes, sir.
Ashy, I got to see your email. That's my bad. Yesterday. That's my bad. That's my bad. It's good, Cess. Missed you for the Aces game last night. We showed true championship resolve. Got it done. Chelsea Gray looks like she back. Well, you know what? I came on live late last night. RC came on live late last night. For those of y'all that pulled up and talked to me at like, I don't know what time it was, like 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever time that was. What a time. What a time. I appreciate y'all getting me up to speed. But listen, let me first say this. I'm sorry. I know this is the bet show and we got a lot of stuff to say, but let me say this because first of all, let me first say, Anaya Hardy, shout out to Anaya Hardy, rookie of Louisville this year. Shout out to Anaya. We're gonna be watching Anaya. Check this out. But let me say this to the Connecticut Sun. Do I owe y'all an apology? Because I called y'all frauds. I said y'all was showing fraud. Like I told y'all, I get up here and I talk my shit. But when I'm wrong, I got to pop up here and say I'm wrong. They was like, Cess, you know what? Oh, hold my water bottle. Let me show you something about fraud. Oh my goodness, the way they showed up, DJ Carrington. I don't know what kind of seatbelt that is DJ put on because it got a lot of steps to put that thing on. It clicking in, it clicking. It's a click. It's a click on that seatbelt that DJ putting on. But let me say, DeWanna Bonner. DeWanna Bonner, let me tell you something. After you missed that spot, you didn't miss no spot yesterday, did you? You ain't missed no spots yesterday, did you? Hit the spot, get the bot. You hear me? Let me tell you something. The defense that you play, oh my gosh. And then, let me tell you something, y'all. I ended up watching the game after it was all over. But when I heard DeWanna Bonner say, because they was talking to her about you could be a champion, maybe you're a champion or something, she said, hey, I got a couple of rings. Like, I don't know who you talking to. I've been had some rings, okay? The way that the Connecticut Sun showed up, I owe them an apology. Didn't show up as frauds at all. Showed up and got right to business. Okay, got right to business. Marina Mabry, this situation is really working out for Marina Mabry. I know people are like ring chasing, whatever. Marina Mabry couldn't be this Marina Mabry in Chicago. I don't care what you say. She couldn't be this Marina Mabry in Chicago. So congratulations to her for being able to find a spot where she could just ball because that's who she is. She's a baller. She's not necessarily the face of the organization, not necessarily going to lead you, not necessarily finna pour into the rookies and guide them and bring them along and set a standard and establish not set a standard, but help establish a standard. That's not it don't seem like that's Marina's interest. So shout out to Marina for finding a place that works for her. But my apologies to the Connecticut Sun because oh my gosh, y'all put the seatbelt on and went to work. So shout out to them. I have to say that. To those of y'all who was asking me about what point guard I would take, and I kept on telling y'all if there was one game that I had to win, and I can only pick one point guard in this game, and it's one in this game called the point guard. How dare you choose anyone different? The point,
How dare you?
Point guard. How dare you? How dare you? Because y'all ain't even out there talking about, oh, this is the next point guy. You know how, oh, this is next Michael Jordan. This is the next LeBron James. This is the next Kobe. This is the next. Tell me about the last time you heard somebody say that they saw the next point guy coming to this game. The disrespect, the disrespect. Yep. That's a champion right there. That's the champion. That's a champion right there. So I had to get them two out the way. I'm sorry. I missed yesterday, but yeah, we showed up. The sun showed up quite a day yesterday. Thick, Big, and Afro in the building. What's up, fam? Hey, Mr. Wilson, aka MJLover23. Hope everybody is having a great day. Appreciate getting to chop it up with you too, fam. We're gonna fix that. And get that done. Hopefully this week. I'm gonna see you. I see your email. Missed your late live by about 1 hour. Dang. You know what? I may do more of those, pop in and out. We're gonna see how it do. Great discussion last night about the first team, the second team, WNBA team. Yes.
Yep.
Cess MJ, what's up? AT Beats, Marcus JTV in the building.
What's up?
DeWanna Bonner had Caitlin Clark on lockdown. And then, did you see you know what it was? What really got me, what touched me, it just, and I find myself in chuckles someplace in the day everywhere. And it's important. Laughter is important. I mean that. I find myself in chuckles someplace, whether it's at myself or somebody else. Damn it, get 7 of them in. Sometimes you got to be able to laugh at yourself too. But yesterday, it was about the way DeWanna Bonner put that swat on Caitlin Clark, because he swatted that ball like she was slapping one of her kids' hands. Like, don't touch that. It was with that block that I wanted y'all to go back and see if you didn't notice. I wasn't here to give it to you live when it happened, but I saw it and wanted to give it to you. It was like it was and then that block Carrington put on. And then I posted in the Discord, and Alyssa and Dejanay coming together at the end of the game, and it was kind of like, we're just talking home, babe. Okay, babe. You don't want to talk right now. It's okay. I'll see you at home too, like that. So glad to see all that worked out for them. AT Beats. Hey, this is WNBA playoffs where love and basketball gets real. I'm just trying to let y'all know what I'm seeing out here. Political Lil in the building. What's up from the shy? What's going on, fam?
Political. What's happening?
Mabry has what looks like is her form of freedom, and with this, she's just playing free in her own way and regard. She flamed us and toasted us, and then topped it off with marshmallows. Hey, listen. She found her spot. How many threes did Mabry hit? Knew she was waiting on that very moment. Thick, Big, and Afro, I think you called for like 5 threes, 20 points. I don't know if Mabry got to 5, 4. How many did Mabry get? I know for sure 3.
I think it was 5.
I'll be live tomorrow night.
I think she hit 4
tonight,
or 5.
We are. She hit the 5. Oh gosh,
I think she hit 4 or 5. I'm double checking right
man.
now.
We gonna both be fired. This show gonna be called the Thick, Big, and Afro Picks.
No, I didn't say that she wouldn't do it. That's the whole thing. I mean,
we didn't see 5
gradually.
We didn't see 5
transition. No, not 5. I figured. I thought I had her picked for 2 or more. I thought I had that.
That wins 5. That wins though. 2 or more wins. Long as it was over and not the under.
2 or more is the winner.
The shekels count. You hear me?
Yeah.
The number of shekels might be different.
Every last.
Political Lil coming in with the facts. 5 threes and 27 of them points. My goodness. Woo! Maybe.
I knew about
live tonight.
I didn't know about.
So let me say this, y'all. Yeah, live tonight for now joining the conversation with Coach Rowe, of course, and Cess Talks Sports, the show. Tomorrow, 1 year anniversary. I think I'm gonna go. I don't know how many times I'm going live tomorrow. We're gonna do a VIP sometime tomorrow with most of the co-hosts, if not all of the co-hosts. We're gonna figure that out. And doing some kind of big VIP, 1 year celebration this weekend. I appreciate y'all rocking me for the 1 year. So 1 year since I cut this thing on going live tomorrow. So pull up, hang out with Auntie. We're gonna be around here. Maybe found her groove off the bench. That's where she has been most effective coming off the bench. Yes. Thick, Vegan Afro splashed.
Yeah, but think about this though. She turned into a starter last night. When Harris went out,
I had to turn into a starter.
She turned now right into a starter, and
now we're getting ready to see. Can you carry that over? Because Ty was at the end of the bench with a boot on and some crutches, and I don't know if that gets better. Like that thing really rolled all the way over. Like, and I'm like, we watching it in the Discord last night. So here's what I heard. We saw it And then MJ went, "Ooh, that looked like a 2-weeker right there." That was just what I heard right there. Like, damn, because the way it rolled and it like all the way over, like laid on it. Oh, it looked terrible. So
that was bad.
The sun proved me wrong. Oh, the sun proved me wrong. Marcus JTV, prove me wrong. I love to say when somebody prove me wrong. I'm okay with that. Run them lights up, y'all. We appreciate it. I didn't think they would blow Indiana out. That was shocking, but a good defensive strategy to lock her and Mitchell down. I mean, I thought that they would have to let somebody get off.
Mitchell didn't get really knocked down. She had 21, so I mean, she did what she was supposed to do.
It was that quiet 21 that didn't motivate anybody else to do anything else.
Yeah,
it wasn't like she was cooking in there. Everybody else was like, "Ooh, moving and grooving off her." It was like, "Oh, come on, grind it out. Get to somewhere. Can you get 20? Can we get 21 from you? Let's see. 5, 3, and 27 points. Little thanks for accurate numbers on Mabry. I thought it was 6. Can't believe like said 6. Me beautiful pictures are gross. I did post my pictures on my comment tab. Oh, I'm sorry that somebody said that. I didn't see your pictures though, Jeffrey. I haven't seen them. I have to go and take a look. But yeah, I hate that. It's haters out there though. You take the good with the bad, and you can block some of that stuff if like that. Connecticut still can't sleep because if they don't win Wednesday, they're gonna be in trouble. Yeah, gotta close it. Gotta close it. It's a lot of teams that gotta close it.
What is Thomas said? They lost the second game of the playoffs in the first round 2 years in a row, so they know what they're up against. I mean, I don't see anything changing. The only thing is that it's just I would worry about is that the wide open looks that not Clark got and also Mitchell got that didn't go down. Right, so those, I mean, we watched her miss 6 wide open shots. So now, if she steps in, like someone suggested that she does a step and a half towards the 3-point line, then she has a better chance of making more of those threes that went in and out. If she thinks that those same shots are going to get them an upset victory in the second game, they're probably going to be going home early and doing exit interviews sooner than they think. She's got to make a little bit of an adjustment, and if she makes that adjustment, then the team is going to respond a little bit better. They weren't actually that game was not out of hand until somewhere past the middle of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth. But to be honest with you, the way that the game was going, what it felt like, it just felt like there was veterans were playing against a younger team. That's what it felt like the entire game, just by the movements that were happening. Thomas out in the open court looking like young Shaq, getting the rebound and taking it coast to coast with the Euro. Yeah, that was crazy to me. I was sitting there like, and then she was hitting her little one-handed set shot for the first half, and I mean, there's nothing you can do if she's hitting that shot. There's nothing you can do about it. So we'll see. I don't know if that shot's still going to hit, but she's in a groove now. So whether she gets 10 points or not may not even matter because she's getting the rebounds, she's getting the assists, she's playing the defense, she's even getting the steals. So you got her and Bonner on a string, and then you got Jones. That front court in itself, Indiana can't do anything with. They can't do anything with that front line. They can't. I mean, I love Boston. Boston's gonna do her thing. Anybody else, I just don't see them consistently taking advantage of that front line. It's just not. It's not anything that you can do. The only thing you can do is take advantage of the guards. And even then, I mean, if Mayberry is going to play half as good as that, and they play good team defense on the top end of things, I mean, I don't want to go all the way into it just because I know there was a few people that kept telling me that the Fever either were going to beat the Sun or had a good chance of beating the Sun in the first round. And I kept telling them,
I thought they would get a ring. I thought they would get a game. I thought they would get a game. But I also thought that it was going to go like Connecticut, Indiana, Connecticut. You let Connecticut win one. The only team that I really give it a chance, or I may say like, yo, if they win tomorrow, they may could go win it at home, would probably be the Atlanta Dream. But they
What?
didn't pan out. They didn't pan out how I thought they would pan out.
Okay.
That's a team who I think if they can get a win in New York, taking New York down to Atlanta, it's gonna be rocking in ATL.
Yeah, it'll be
Energy in
rocking.
Atlanta gonna be
And the
crazy.
energy will be
What
crazy, but
the energy in ATL about Atlanta trying to get
the
not New
Liberty,
York out?
the
Ooh wee,
Liberty ain't
man.
messing around with them. Yeah, they not messing around with them cats. No.
So there's that. Oh man, I gotta take this shot.
Go ahead. I got some. I
I'm
got
gonna go
some
ahead and
things to
start
talk
this.
about real quick. So, just I'll branch off from the Sun and get right over to the Liberty. As far as Atlanta did a really good job of the last part of the season. You know, the break came through. They had some injuries here and there. They had some chemistry issues too. If you look at some of their games, it just seemed like they couldn't get, they couldn't string several possessions together on offense or defense, right? And they were losing games that it looked like they should have won. Um, but after the Olympic break, I mean, they didn't go super gangbusters like the Fever did, but they actually did pull together. You can kind of see a little bit of their chemistry come through, just enough to win enough games to actually get into the playoffs. So, I mean, congratulations to them. They have a squad, and it seems like they should be like a higher seed, but I mean, things happen, and you just have to roll with what you have, right? So, injuries, chemistry, whatever the case may be, Atlanta's done a really good job of being where they are. Now, with that said, you have another team that is hungry, and on a revenge tour. Like they are, like we talk about revenge tours on, for players, teams too. This team is on a revenge tour. They lost in the finals very disappointingly. It wasn't really that much of a battle the way that the Aces, drug them up and down the floor. But I would say the one thing I would cap it off with is with the Liberty, they have a good mix of people. Their front court's good. Lainey Hamilton, I don't know. I may not have watched a whole lot of her the last few years, but this year she has been absolutely ridiculous. Like especially on offense, like when everybody else might be out, here she comes with a three. Here she comes with a steal and a layup. Here she comes with a block. Like she's been motivated, I think that she is a great bridge to the bench, right? So if you needed her to come off the bench, she could, but she brings so much energy in the front court when, like with Stewie, Stewie will, she kind of blends into the game until she finds her rhythm, and then all of a sudden she runs off eight points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists in a matter of like 3 minutes, right? So that's what she does. Then you have Sabrina Ionescu, who, I mean, if she's missing threes, then she's gonna dish the ball, which is cool. But then you got Lainey Hamilton. I have to give her a salute just based off of the games I watched. The last 5 or 6 games that I watched of the season with her, just consistent. It did not necessarily points, but just her play in general. The energy was there, always focused and into the games. I got to give them credit. I mean, she's definitely somebody that's going to help the Liberty. I'm not saying they're going to win. I honestly don't think. Let's be honest. I think they may go to the finals again and lose again. So I'm just saying. For some reason, I don't find the only finisher that
I think somebody else on the show might think that too, but I don't know. I'm not saying no names. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't see. There's an ingredient that they're missing, and it's so weird that there's an ingredient missing on that team to make them champions. I don't know what it is. It was the same thing with not with the 92 Portland Trailblazers, but it was the year after that, right? After Chicago got them in Game 6, they were making their way back, and it looked like they had the pieces, but there was something missing, and they just got derailed in the second round. I think that the next year, and they were never the same. So, but Yeah, I like to watch to see I like the way the Liberty play. I like watching them play. There's something missing in there for them to actually get to a championship through Minnesota, through the Aces, and through the Sun. I don't know if they have enough to get past those teams. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I'll figure it out.
We're gonna find out. I'm gonna run through a couple more comments before we get started.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys got down 28-6 and then came back to lose. Fully irritated. I'm not. Go Lamar.
Oh, I
Go
was delighted.
Lamar. Go
Oh
Lamar.
man,
You
you
gonna
know
run?
what?
You came here for if
Opened
you
up an
needed some
extra
sympathy for that.
can of cherry.
Oh, and I usually am okay. I
was
usually like them Cowboys, but not when they
that's
playing against
beautiful.
my Ravens. Not Lamar. Them. Let's go, Derrick Henry.
It's even better. It was the Ravens.
MJ was right about Gabby. LOL.
was
I didn't think she scored many points. Yeah, I told y'all Gabby was fool's gold. Fool's gold. Y'all was like, they signed Gabby. They signed Gabby. Y'all was ready to give him the trophy. Well, crown him then. Crown him in.
It's a different chemistry.
It's a different kind of chemistry required in the playoffs. Oh wow. Okay, so Cess, did you put shekels on that pick? Okay, I gotta count my coins on live. No, I did not put any shekels down. I said 5 threes, at least 20 points. Did y'all also get that Daniel Dubois upset? We did not. We didn't. We missed both of those.
No,
we
totally
you hit on both of those.
Yeah,
you
the card under that was it wasn't even.
Oh yeah, it was like I don't know. What time am I tuning in? No, it was that kind of card. It was like, what time am I tuning in? Sometimes I Google and see what time is the ring walk because the rest of them look suspect. Exactly. Depends. It depends. Ring walk is usually and then sometimes you miss them. It's like, man, I didn't know them names, but I should have watched. So that's the boxing is so like you got to be tuned in, you got to be locked in. Like so no, we missed on both of that. But thank you for making me have to count my shekels on. Yeah, we gonna see because the ankle looks serious.
No, that was.
I think I'm sleeping with the enemy. Says MJ. I'm secretly crushing on the links. I like their style. You always got your eye on somebody on the other team. So you always.
That's the whole thing. We gotta watch you because we gotta have a square. We got like the Super Bowl where they have those squares. We gotta figure out which numbers is which. We gotta figure out where you are on a given week because we go from the Aces, then it was the Fever. And then now it's the Lynx, and I think it was another team even before that. And I'm trying to figure out which one it was. But yeah, I mean, the good thing is that you're paying attention. At least you're paying attention and you're seeing the different things that are going on. RC, I give you some credit for that.
Exactly. Okay. Wow. Okay. Thank you. Maybe showing up by the money maple. Why she money maple? Money maple.
Cases. She still got cases out on her.
There's still some.
Officer T. Davis is still investigating. So those are ongoing investigations.
Oh no, not Olivia Nelson Ododo. Caitlin Clark.
No.
Russell, thank you, fam. I don't know. I got some kind of weird message from StreamYard. Instagram should be back up. I don't know what's going on with X. I'll try to fix that here shortly. You just got the notification that the Instagram is live. Okay, cool. Thank you. Absolutely deep, man. Russell only bring facts to the chat. Evans, thank you. Atlanta ended the bench players played better than the starters. Ooh, okay.
I mean, you could say. I mean, you can't. How can you can't lie about that? I mean, that was obvious. I mean, it was obvious that. I mean, it was something. I don't know. See, it's a rhythm thing, and that's what I've seen with Atlanta. It's a rhythm thing. Like as skilled as they are as a team, they're not in a rhythm. It takes them longer to get into games. And it's weird. And I don't even know who the head of the snake is because I thought it was Ryan Howard, but it's evidently it's not. I mean, it's hard to find out where their comebacks are going to come from if they start slow. If they start hot, you're in trouble. You're definitely in trouble because there's 3 people that can score on you in bunches at any time during the game. But if they start out slow, you got a better chance of corralling and making sure that only one of them goes off, not all 3 of them of their 3-headed monsters, right? So, yeah, it's Atlanta is one of those teams, man. It's just they're so strange. They're hard to read as far as when they're gonna go off. I mean, that overtime game they had a couple games before the playoffs. I mean, I didn't know that was going to happen. And Ryan Howard and somebody else was just going off in the fourth quarter. And I think they Yeah, I mean that was a crazy. I had no idea they were going to bring that into a overtime game. So you got to be careful. It's not over, but I'm just saying it's if they start slow, then you might as well just chalk it up as a loss because they haven't really come back from when they're down after the first quarter. They're I think they're 25%, maybe lower to come back and win games, which is weird. It's such a weird random fact that I saw online about a week and a half ago, and I was like, that doesn't bode well for somebody that's going into the playoffs or trying to get to the playoffs. But they made it, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I just don't see them. Yeah, I don't see them getting past the first round.
So basically, you just said tomorrow's going to be a movie. I think that's what I heard.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
oh yeah.
Tomorrow night is going to be a movie. I'll be here tomorrow night, guys. I'll be here tomorrow night. I'm not missing. I'm not missing no more basketball. I'm not missing no more basketball. But it's better to miss during the dub than when college hoops starts. So.
Oh yeah.
Forgive me. LL, the agent in the building. What's up, fam? How is your day going? How's your day going? Thank you for pulling up, fam.
Are you off work? She's off work already, ain't she? You know she go to work at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
LL be out. I don't know. Because I think I was live when it was LL sleeping hours last night. Let me see. Salute to MJ. I dipped my toe into the betting this weekend. I did okay until I put some ducats on Kelsey Plum.
Yeah.
LOL, lesson learned, but I ended up in the black. So all good. Go. Machine beats.
Good man.
Entertainment purposes only. Checkos in the black.
I gotta figure out what you put on. You gotta talk to me about that.
I hope they lose bad.
Oh boy.
Not you lost some entertainment shekels.
LL's in the building.
On Atlanta.
He is in the building.
They messed us up. LL coming in hot, straight up. What happened? That's my bad. I did too. Okay, so I was believing in them too, but they win today.
That's
they
so funny.
You know what I mean? If they win today, they could win it all.
Yeah.
Like in the crib. I don't know.
Yeah.
They say Plum is sick. Yeah, they said Plum was throwing up in between. Is
that what it was? But she only missed by a point.
They said somebody else. They said somebody else was sick too. Was it KB? Somebody else was sick. Somebody else was got something going through, maybe some little stomach going around my thing. But it's good. I'm still at work. Unfortunately, I'm working till 5 today. LL getting that long money. Getting that long money.
I hear you.
That's what LL, we know, knock it out. We know. Knock it out. We know you probably in charge at work anyway. So
yeah, pretty much.
We know you handling it. So let's get to it because we got I had a great parlay. Necker for 12, Gabby for 5, Jackie for 12, and Plum for 12. I hit all but Plum.
Mm-hmm.
Plum got a divorce, baby. What? Oh, let me stop. Oh, is it final? Oh, no, you saying Plum got a divorce, baby. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, that was a while.
Never mind. You asking a question. I thought you were saying, like, the divorce is final. You like, maybe she got a divorce baby on the way?
No.
LL.
I don't think so.
I don't know what the over-under is on that. Them shekels. What we got? We got Monday Night Football coming up tonight. LL with the hot takes. Let's go.
Exactly. Yeah. So Monday Night Football, we got 2 games. We got 2 games going on. So Washington and Cincinnati. Then we also have Buffalo hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Buffalo, of course. I mean, they're undefeated, but we want to be cautious of this game because Jacksonville beat them last year when nobody thought they were going to lose to Jacksonville. Jacksonville picked up a few extra people, even though they're 0-2 on the season. They're going into Buffalo with a game plan on beating Buffalo. So be careful about this game. They're not the pushover that people think. Even though Christian Kirk has does he have a touchdown? I think he only caught 1 ball last week too. So he plays well against them. I think when they beat him, Christian Kirk had 2 touchdowns, if I remember right. So they may focus on him. But guess who's coming back to town? And I got to double check this for sure because I may be off on this, but I think Gabe, their former number 2, the Buffalo, plays for Jacksonville now. So what I may do is I may adjust my showdown lineup that you see right now. The showdown lineup is something on DraftKings where you pick a captain and then you pick five other people that fit into a salary cap of I think it's still 60,000, maybe 50. I can't remember off the top of my head. But you're trying to get the players that are going to get the most points out of everybody, so you can place in the prize pool or you can win the prize pool. The one that I'm in, I think first prize is $5,000, and then somewhere in 10th or 11th place, it's like probably like $200-$300 or something. So it's not bad, but and it pays out like I think 50 spots or something. But what you're looking at here is you're looking at a captain, which usually it's Joe Burrow, or it's going to be Jay Daniels, somebody that's a star. It's usually a star that's going to be the captain because, of course, it's 1.5 times the points that they accumulate versus the regular players. But in this case, I'm actually picking Noah Brown. He's a wide receiver who was with the Houston Texans last year. He was their deep threat. He's a good size receiver, 6'2", about 220, 225. Battles for balls in the air, had amongst the most air yards per reception in the league last year before he got hurt. So he hasn't done much this year, but he may break out and get like one, maybe even two long balls. And if he gets one, or if he gets two, that's great. If he gets one and then a touchdown on top of that, then that will make sure that you're going to at least get your money back on this. But you got Joe Burrow, who's estimated at 13 fantasy points. Joe Burrow he is like Josh Allen when it comes to vulturing touchdowns from his running backs. Whenever he gets 1 or 2 yards away from the end zone, he's always trying to do a quarterback sneak or something like that. He just doesn't trust anybody else to score when he gets down in that area. So Joe Burrow's in there. He may be able to link up with his boy Jamar, but the problem is that Jamar was sitting out, got his money, came back, still pouting. They are not on the same page right now. Will they get on the same page on this game? I don't know. We'll find out, because I know he's going to get shaded. So if they shade him, what you're moving to is T. Higgins. T. Higgins is back in the lineup. He was out the last couple games. Nice, big, slender, another tall wide receiver, about 6'2", 6'3", somewhere around there, but tall wide receiver. But he does really well in the slot, and it's hard to guard him. Once he gets past, he might get a touchdown. He might even get two if Jamar doesn't get one. So beware of that. Jay Daniels, of course, quarterback for Washington Commanders. His passing is not refined yet, but he does use his legs to make plays. 20 points to almost 21 point fantasy points is pretty high estimate. He may get more because he hasn't scored a touchdown yet as far as on the with his legs. So if he gets anywhere close to that, he should. Who's next? B. Robinson Jr. So he is a running back for the Washington Commanders. He's going to be splitting time with Austin Eckler, he's a third down back, catches a lot of passes out of the backfield. Robinson does a good job of not only rushing, but he also does a good job of receiving too. So if it's first or second down, they're throwing a screen or wheel route or a circle route, Robinson will be the escape valve for that. So he's going to be actively used. Mike Gesicki, Mike Gesicki, former tight end of the Miami Dolphins, hasn't really been targeted a whole lot, but he's coming into an issue where the field may be spread out now. Now that you got Jamar Chase, now that you got T. Higgins back, now that you got even Zach, their running back, the young running back, he's doing some good things. Now it opens up the field for Gesicki to catch those little 8 and 10 yarders over the middle. Maybe even might sneak in and get a touchdown while everybody else is being guarded. So it's a lot of good possibilities with this lineup. The only question mark that you would have would be with Noah Brown. I am basically trying to win a large pool tournament, and this is how you do it. You have to get different than what a lot of other people are doing, because everybody else will have Joe Burrow's going to be a captain, Jamar Chase is a captain, T. Higgins is a captain, even Jay Daniels, he's a captain, and then you have to fill in some of the the sub in the second and third string people to actually hope that they actually get a big play or something like that. But if you put someone there that's that has big play potential and they actually do what they're supposed to do, the rest of the lineup's going to fill in for you. So hopefully that's what we're looking for. I know that was a long one.
Okay, so for me and people who may not know, types of shekels are you putting down? What types of returns for entertainment purposes are you looking
This
at?
is the same concept of your betting bankroll. You're always betting 1%, maybe 2%. Me myself in these tournaments, I'm still doing my half unit bets on these, because it's, for one, when you have so many and you can actually change. I entered into a 50-cent lineup to win 5,000, right? So I mean, I'm leveraging, mitigating the risk of betting $50 to $100 to win the same amount with less people in, versus going in with and going different and beating 25% of the 45,000 people that are going to be in this contest. The strategy to that is that it's still early in the season, so I'm trying to figure out my lineups, how I pick lineups, how I get to the point where I'm actually getting the most points out of my lineups, and then if I miss, then I'm actually able to actually find out through my thought process, through my picking process, where I went wrong and matching up, the best matchups for next week, right? So all this stuff is it's the main reason why you do the 1%, 2% betting rule, is to make sure that you have enough. If you have failures, you're able to actually correct your failures quicker. And with this, I'm going to jump, the next one that we're going to jump into is going to make so much sense. You'll be able to actually absorb your mistakes quicker, and you'll be able to actually be better quicker by the next week, instead of waiting a couple weeks and not putting in enough lineups to help you, get the cash in some of these contests.
Got it. Thank you. So let's see real quick. Please hit the like button. If y'all watching on the TV, scroll up. Hit that like, please, and thank you. Hit that like on me. Hit that like on MJLover23. KBAF in the building. Coach Coleman. What's up, fam? Prop Master Flex, Ghostface Pick in the building. Y'all know he's over there. Coach Coleman, please holler at me and holler at us in the group chat. In the group chat, we are trying to reach you in the group chat in the Discord. I don't know who Derrick Rose is, but why everybody mad he got waived? This is news for me.
If you're talking about the Derrick Rose retired this year. He retired. He announced his retirement a little bit earlier this month, I think it was. So, yeah. I don't know.
Like he got waived. I don't know.
No. He didn't. If he did get waived, that's when he announced his retirement, right? He's been hanging on for a while and hasn't really been playing a whole lot. So,
yeah, wait. Wait. So it says the Memphis Grizzlies are waiving former MVP Derrick Rose in the last 15 minutes. So is that why people are mad?
What?
I thought Derrick Rose was gone too. D was still wanted to play.
Oh, he's not retired.
The move to release Derrick Rose clears the way for a full roster position and more flexibility for the Grizzlies. To me, Derrick Rose still wants to play basketball. Derrick Rose can play basketball for me as anytime you want to play basketball. That's he's the type of veteran that you have. I mean, I don't know. There's a soft spot for me in my heart for Derrick, because he's if it wasn't for the injuries, he was going to change the league. Like, Derrick Rose was something special. We hadn't seen that. We hadn't seen. I know that they say like Ja Morant is like Derrick Rose second 2.0, but I think Ja Morant is Ja Morant. Derek was Derek. It was different to me. And that's not to say that I think they both equally as talented. Like Ja Morant is headed to be the face of this league too, right up there with Anthony Edwards when people realize he is him as well. But Derrick Rose is special. That kid was special, man.
That was a hoax, by the way. It was a parody account that was attached to.
They were saying he retired.
Yeah, it was mirroring Woj.
Yeah, this is Shams. This is Shams saying he's been waived. So all I would say is, Derek, come to Golden State, man. Come to Golden State.
Yeah,
bro, pull up. Derek and Steph.
Yeah, you only gonna get Derrick Rose for about maybe 15 or 20 games. That's what he's been averaging the last 2 or 3 seasons. So.
Hey, Derek, out there. You've been in Memphis. You gotta get out there on the West Coast. Man, it's different, man. That water different. That sun hit different, Derek. I'm trying to tell you, ask Clay. Ask Clay. Ask Clay, Derek. I mean, I'm just saying it could revive you out there in that sunshine, man. I don't know. That's why I think everybody's mad that he got waived because you don't waive Derrick Rose. Like, dude, that's legendary. That's game changing. Injuries changed his game, but he came back from the injuries and evolved and like changed his game and then still like killed it from a whole nother aspect. But that's the type of veteran I think and the type of leadership that you want in your locker room. That dude,
he did definitely
something special right there.
100%.
Brittany Sykes has joined Unrivaled.
Yeah.
You get the breaking news right here. Buddy. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's be honest with you. I'm quite sure that they knew, or maybe not all of them, but I know that roster's probably already filled out and they're just dropping names.
Oh, he's not cute though. Wait, I was about to call you Bree Wayne. Elliot, he's about 50 years old now.
Yeah, he's
50 years old.
About 35 or something like that.
I don't know what young Derek looked like. Was young Derek cute before he got old? No, I don't know. Let me see if we can find young Derek.
Young Derek. Well, one thing is that once he had reconstructive knee surgery a couple of times. He did come back and hit a 50 ball with Minnesota. And he was very emotional about it because
this is when we met Derek. Oh yeah, you talking about when he was crying? I worked my ass off. You talking about that speech?
Yeah.
What a speech! To work my ass off speech. That was something. This was D. That was D when he met. That was young D, man. D was gonna change the league. He was gonna change the league. He been through a lot. He's 50 years old now. He's not cute. I don't know. I don't know if he's cute or not, but that was young Derek when we met him. He was like, he's not cute though. We know what you're here for. We know what you are here for. That's young D. Young D. He said, "Oh, okay." You definitely got LL. You definitely got a style. You definitely have a type. That was just young Derek.
That is so funny.
Does it matter if you got some money?
Oh, he's loaded. He's loaded, LL. No lying about it. He's loaded. And he invests his money, so he's loaded. He's married, but he's loaded too.
Did Adidas deal everything?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Got about 90 million, so $100 million guy.
Yeah, he definitely does.
No. Okay, we can't say you on Derek. It's okay. We're not trying to break on no happy homes anyway. I just wanted you to meet young Derek. You asked about Derek.
LL's like,
we're trying to break up nobody happy home. All right,
speak
now
for yourself.
I mean, you can put a trash bag over his head.
Okay, you know what, LL? Now you just get
I'm out on you.
Out and out disrespectful now.
Now I'm out on you. Young D. He got a family and everything. I just was trying to help him. Derek Rose, you guys, who he was. Golly. That's disrespectful. We love you over here, D Rose. Don't do that. That's a hell of a ball player. Who we got up next?
Yeah. All right, so now we're moving over to the FanDuel. So this is a little bit different than the showdown roster. We're actually running through an actual kind of a DraftKings Sunday millionaire maker roster, whereas you have a quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, also a flex player, which could be a running back, tight end, or a wide receiver. And also a defense that you have to pick. So with that said, you'll see a lot of names that look familiar because when I first I did my my DraftKings before I did my FanDuel lineup. Josh Allen, so he's on there. James Cook, those two should get the bulk of the carries and the possessions of the ball and all that stuff. Brian Robinson's on there. T. Higgins is on there. Noah Brown is on there. Christian Kirk. That's the dude that I told you guys that scored 2 touchdowns on Buffalo last year. He's not projected to get much just because he hasn't done anything this year so far, but don't put it past him to be able to get another touchdown, maybe even 2, depending on the game script. Gesicki's still there. Actually got him in there twice. Jamar Chase in the flex. So Jamar Chase is going to be in the flex. Doesn't really matter if he's in the wide receiver spot or not. It's as long as it's there to make sure you get the best player that you feel is going to get the most points in the game. So Jamar Chase was the best option there because I spent down to get the right combination. And Cincinnati Bengals, I think, is actually the worst defense out of the categories to pick from. And the only reason I picked them is that they may be able to get a few sacks, maybe even an interception on the young QB for the Commanders. And that is those little twos and fews that actually help you win decent money on some of these large entry tournaments. Is that the first one? Do I have the second one up there too, or no? Is that just the first one? Because I know we can't put because I actually copied and pasted a few of the lineups into the Discord, and I think we're actually going to do a little bit of a tour in there, so you may be able to see what I put in there just recently today. Yeah, I hear you, Rasheem Beats. I mean, that's the whole thing. That's the whole reason why he was holding out for a contract. He got it. I mean, what are you going to do? You just got paid a huge amount of money, and now you still unhappy? I don't know what you're unhappy about. He's the one that's got to play himself back into shape. I mean, and his boys at quarterback, man. Those are. I mean, they're joined at the hip. You know, they rely on each other for their successes, and he can't be sitting here. How was the last time you had somebody hold out and then was unhappy after he got like a ridiculous amount of money in his contract extension 2 years before it was supposed to be up? Right? Don't worry, I'll wait. But I'm just going to give you a heads up on that. The only person that I can remember that this happened to where they got their contract and they were still unhappy was Hainsworth. And he played for the Commanders too. So that was, yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. Something's got to break. He's in prime time. He basically one of 2 games tonight. I'm quite sure he's going to show up if he can. Right. So we'll see what happens with that.
Put a grade on Chase's career so far.
It's a B-. It's a B-. I mean, his potential we already know. We've seen it. It's more or less he's almost to the point where he's unguardable too. It's all.
I wouldn't expect him B- though, Professor. You know what?
I got high hope for him.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that I found out about you. Since you became the prop master, oh, hey man. Oh, standards that went up. Standards that went up. He's like B-. I was gonna say incomplete because that seemed like he's been injured and in and out, and I can't put a finger on it, right?
Yeah.
When he's on, and then sometimes it seemed like he should be ready to go. Joe Cool is out, and it's like
right. Yeah.
It's an incomplete for me for him right now because it's just like I need to see more, but I know I can only see, what we're able to see based on you being healthy and Joe Burrow being healthy and all that kind of stuff. So
right, exactly.
I get it. So LAL said, "Hold up, is that the amount of money you can get?" Let's back up on the money part. Let's speak to the money part again. Let's give him the money part again.
Yes.
Listen, I agree. He has to get back in shape. MJ, why you still faceless? You hiding from that child support back pay? Nobody is in hiding right now. Nobody's in hiding. MJ will be back. MJ will be back.
I will return.
So you only got so much they give you, giving the cap room amount. Do you want them to give him all the money they got or something? It sounds like it's a stick up, Marcus J. It sounds like it's a stick up going on down there. He's like, I want everything. Everything.
2
Cash him
years,
out. He
2
like,
years
cash me
before
out.
your contract's up, and you
He's like right
demanded
now.
a new
He like it
contract.
right
That's
now.
tough.
And
That's
right
tough.
now.
Yeah, that's tough.
He's like it right now with a guarantee. What are you
Yeah.
waiting for? You should have been did it.
Yeah,
You should have been did it. That's how he's feeling. So
that is tough.
we'll go from there. So what else we got here?
What is going on here? Hey,
4
look at
games,
that.
4 picks. Okay,
4
so
games,
this
4
is the one that I asked for. To be able to ride something out over the week, just sweat it out all together. A pick from each one of the majors that's going on right now.
Mhm.
Some like free square shekels to keep your
Yeah.
to keep your bankroll growing a little bit.
Mhm.
Keep a couple shekels coming back into the bankroll for those not so good days. 4 games, 4 picks. MJ, what you got?
All right. So just real quick. Wait a minute.
Hold on. That's the money line. Wait a minute.
No, that's not the money. That's somebody asking, hey, what's going on? Hey, what you got? Where's your tickets?
They need to know what's the picks. That's the prop master.
So Arizona versus San Francisco. So this game, even though there's one of the pitchers is actually pretty decent in this game. 8.5 runs between the two teams. It looks like that's going to be the line. If you decide to do more than that, I would take Arizona. Arizona is in the wild card race. They're actually I think they're at the top of the wild card race in the National League, but they have a team that's two games behind them with I think 8 games left to play. So they're definitely not trying to give up any games. Let me see. San Francisco is 10 games out of a wild card spot, so they have no chance. So all they're doing is playing spoilers right now. So I would take, as a risky bet, take the over on the runs, 8.5. But if you want something steady, take Arizona on the money line to win the game. Just plain and simple. NFL bet, your Jacksonville at Buffalo, minus 5.5, 45.5 points total in that game. I will take the under in that game just because there's a chance that Jacksonville will try to run out the clock and keep the game close so that they have a chance to win in the end. Because if they get into a shootout with the Buffalo Bills, it's the worst thing that you can do. They have too many weapons. And of course they have great well, I won't say great safety. They have really good safety play. So if any of their cornerbacks get beat, the safeties do a really good job of cleaning stuff up. If you feel froggy with it though, you can take Buffalo for 5.5 points or more. But that 45.5 under, I would take that too. There's some good shekels on it if you decide to go with it. I think it's the best bet for that situation. NCAA football. So here we go. This is for good old Afro Jenkins, Florida-ite, roots for most of the Florida teams that are halfway decent. Florida State runs right into SMU this week. I would say this. Take SMU to win and cover the 5.5 points. Florida State plays well at home, or as good as they actually are going to play it good at home. But they're going into SMU, and by all accounts, SMU has a really good running game, and they have a good front four on their defense. So they may end up getting a lot of pressure on Florida State. But if you want to increase your shekels count by risky wagering, You can pick Florida State not to win, but you can say, hey, you know what? I think they're going to keep the game close, and they'll probably lose by 3 or 4 instead of more than 5.5 points. You can definitely do that. I am warning you ahead of time. That's probably not the best thing for you to do. So, with that said, we move on to the last pick, which is the WNBA, Atlanta at New York Liberty. The line is 12.5 for the how much they will win by, 156.5 points. I would say for the latter, take the over. Even if we know Atlanta can score, but even if they don't score, the Liberty are going to score. I mean, it's just this is what they do. They find a way to score. Backdoor cuts, swing, 3-pointers, steals off the dribble, outlet passes for layups. They know how to play with each other, and they also know how to score. That 12.5 point spread is deceiving. The second game of playoff games usually actually tighten up depending on what adjustments that each team makes. Not just the losing team, but for the winning team too, because they know they're going to have to make an adjustment, but they don't know exactly what adjustment they're making in that time. So that's what's tricky with this. But if I had to put some shekels down on it, I would take the Liberty to win by more than 13 or more. It's a big bet. It's a big one.
Big bet. Scare money don't make money. Find out. We're gonna find out. But interested for go ride them out. That should be fun. I'm looking forward to just seeing kind of like how we do with those, and probably maybe see can you put those on like a parlay, so individual in a parlay and see.
Oh yeah. You sure can.
Should be fun. Just some fun around the shekels, the entertainment, and the stuff that we got going on here. 50 cents each, $2 or something to throw down. See what you do.
For entertainment purposes only, people.
For entertainment purposes only. LAL is hoping that the Liberty win. LAL, why? You want LA to keep going, or you just don't like the dream? What's going on?
Interesting.
Y'all know what it is.
Uh-oh.
Moonshots of the day, baby. We here for the moonshots of the day. What you got? It ain't too many games. It ain't too many games today, but got some home. Somebody got to hit a home run, right?
Speaking of midday today. Oh, that's so funny. So yesterday there was 40 home runs yesterday, and it was really sickening. And I didn't want to tell Cess this when I looked over the home run list. It is, I'd say, about 8 to 9 of the names that were on that home run list are people that we usually pick on a regular basis. So we probably would have cleaned up yesterday. A lot of those people hit home runs. I was pretty sick about it because Ohtani hit one, Aaron Judge hit one. Those are the two main ones that if you can get them to hit their home runs, you're tying them to about 3 or 4 or 5 other players. So you're basically getting paid if that second player hits their home run. But we missed all that yesterday, and I take a lot of blame for that. There's only 8 games left in baseball, so for the regular season. So I mean, we could have let this go, but I mean, what's the fun in that? I mean, it's hey, it's home run dinger time. We got to get these in, and could pad your shekels portfolio. Just make sure that you bet these individual. Unless you're a degenerate like me, then you can put 2 or maybe 3 of them on a ticket. When we do our guided tour through the Wanna Bet section, you will see that there's some strange things on there that I've already invested in. But with that said, let's jump into it. Tyler Fitzgerald. Tyler Fitzgerald is batting like 7th or 8th today, but he does have a good, left to right matchup as far as batter to pitcher. He may sneakily hit one out today. There's a couple other players on his team that are in good positions too. I think we'll talk about one of those a little bit later. But Tyler Fitzgerald is your first home run guy. Jose Altuve or Kyle Tucker. Houston is hosting the Seattle. Houston, big home run park. All depends on, I think, the pitcher that's going out for Seattle. I say us too. And Seattle is, I think he's middle of the road. So the Houston may have some good, they may have some good opportunities with one of those two. Pick one or the other. Do not pick them both. Another thing too, just to let you remember, 1.5 bases. All of these players are most likely good for 1.5 bases. Bet them individually, because if one person doesn't hit on a parlay of 2 or 3 or more, you lose everything. You lose the entire bet. So it's always good to be able to do your individual bets first, and then go in and do your coupling of tickets. Bryce Harper. Well, how many times have we talked about Bryce Harper this year? Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia Phillies are at home hosting the Chicago Cubs. Chicago Cubs pitcher that's going out there, kind of middle of the road, higher home run to 9 innings quota ratio. He should be good for 1.5 bases too, for sure. Eugenio Suarez. So this guy's been playing cat and mouse for me the last 2 weeks, which is irritating enough in itself. Basically, he can hit home runs when he's warmed up or when he's focused. So I put him on the list again because he hit one yesterday. One of the guys that we're usually picking actually hit one the other day, and now we're looking to have him hit one for us today. So we'll see what happens with that.
Bryce better hit a home run.
Exactly. We've been waiting on this cat. But messing with it
Bryce. We need
for
you to hit a
almost
home run.
a full month before he hit a home run the other day.
I mean, come on, Bryce. What are you waiting on?
Yeah.
Come on, Bryce. What are you waiting on?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like Altuve. I like Harper. Suarez. I've been hearing him. I don't know much about Tyler Fitzgerald.
Tyler, he's
one
of their better home run hitters next to Chapman. Matt Chapman is he came over from Toronto. I talked about him last week. He has home run power, but he hasn't. I think he's hit one home run in a week or something like that. So,
yeah, I know what it is. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Let's be clear. You're Frank Wright in the building. What's up now? This segment is sponsored, if we had a sponsor, by Big Man Chicken Shack and Miller Highlights. You know, on a summer evening.
We got some.
Actually, Marcus J TV, appreciate you coming through with the sponsors. Actually, I want ATL to win. I hope everybody that lost Sunday wins, so they won't get sent home already. Yeah, hate to fly out to New York and then got to go back by yourself. Well, bring somebody back with you to Atlanta if you can. It's a nice place to visit.
Yeah,
it's a nice place to visit. So if you can, we'll see what happens. But presents Big Daddy's long day, baby. The long shot dogs of the day. This is extra long shot. Extra long shots of the day.
Yeah, boy.
Big Daddy, what you got?
All right.
What you got?
We'll start out with Christian Walker. He actually popped up on a few of my early tickets. As far as one that has a high, I think he's 6-1 today, which he's usually around 4.5 to 1. Jock Peterson, who we don't talk about that much, looks like I think he's batting third today. I'll have to double check that. But he is another one that's looking to get on the home run board. I can't really say much. I mean, he hasn't hit I think he's hit 2 home runs in about a week and a half. But he's always a threat. So we have to definitely keep him up there just in case he gets a good pitch to hit. And there's a reason why they put him third. Yeah, he hit a home run 2 games ago against Milwaukee. And then basically was just on a hit streak for a while. But looks like he has a good matchup and against Birdsong, so he should be good to go to launch one out of here. Nick Castellanos. So Nick is the forgotten player out of the triplets out of Philly, right? So you got you have Bryce Harper. You also have who's the other guy? That's the third one that's usually drawing a blank right now. But Nick Castellanos is usually the odd man out when it comes to that. But put him in the lineup today. He's gonna get some good pitches just because he's tucked in between a couple of good hitters. And then also Seiya Suzuki. So Seiya Suzuki is he is what you would call a slap hitter, but he will yank one out of the park if you leave it over the plate. Just kind of hovering. He will not like fast breaks, like the 4-seam fastballs. He does have some trouble with those, but if you throw like sliders or even slower cutters, those things can leave the yard faster than they got to the plate. So be careful of him. He will be one of the last long dong shots of the day.
Long? I don't like the name. LL. I mean, rename the segment. Rename the segment.
We still waiting for a name, LL. We need a name. We need a name.
This is what we got. Let me say this too. I don't know. I know I've been missing, so I don't know if they've been around. But do I need to put a flashlight in the daytime for Bodie Mac? Have you seen Bodie Mac recently?
Yeah, he's hardest working man in New Jersey.
Oh yeah, grinding in real life. That's his hustle. Bodie Mac, looking for you. Got episodes of the show. Need to catch up on. Need to talk fight night. What's going on, homie? Where you at?
Exactly.
But all jokes aside, hope all is well. I gotta check on Wody. Nephew ain't showed up in a minute. But I ain't been around. So I think that was pretty good, man. That was pretty good.
Do we have time to go through and do a screen share for the wanna bet section on Discord or no?
Yeah.
He's like, whatever.
So I'm always talking about this. It's Discord. And the mansion, the house, as I call it, the key built, the house that I call it as key built. It's kind of like the main hub when we're not online for all kind of stuff that's going on. So I'll give a quick tour kind of the Discord, what we see in it, how you can engage, and where you can find us in the rooms with the mansion and some of the foolishness that goes on in this place. So thank you for the reminder.
I just because I've decorated the last part of it with a number of good-looking pics that people probably want to check out.
Got it. So I'm gonna give a quick tour of the Discord itself, the mansion itself, and then we'll look specifically into that one of the best section. But real quickly, somebody tell me. So MJ, when you come into the Discord, I think you have to like agree to some rules.
Yeah.
It tells you kind of how things work, and then you kind of enter the matchup from there. So let me share my screen real quick.
Right.
Trying to enter the matchup from there. So let me share my screen. So coming into the Discord, I think you come into like the foyer. So you get like the welcome. Keys giving some guidelines, some rules. Mostly stuff that is the same as how we move and interact here on the YouTube channel. Just reminding people that what happens in the Discord stays in the Discord. People share their personal pictures, stuff like that. You shouldn't be taking anybody's pictures out, resharing them, none of that kind of weird vibe kind of stuff. Like, and then be who you are in the Discord. So coming in, like, I think everybody's looks the same. This is what it looks like for me. I'm on the PC, so
yep.
What you want to remember is that along the left side is kind of like where you get the different rooms. The little carrots kind of are the rooms. Hashtags are kind of like the spaces in the room, the seats in the room, if you will. So you get the welcome, got announcements, general stuff that's across the brand, stuff specific to the Discord, a breakdown of the different member rules, a map of the server. Living room is kind of like the next room. We got introductions. It's a place where you kind of, once you come into the Discord, let us know who you are. Sessanese is going to tell you kind of like some of the language that we use here. Russell does a great job of keeping us up to date. Make sure you put your birthday in the chat because we do. Coach Coleman does give a super birthday, his own rendition of happy birthday. General chat, kind of where we share stuff. Chat clock is where you let us know, hey, I'm gonna be in the lounge or I'm in the lounge. We talking stuff. Pull up, events, self-explanatory, movies, TV. Check out some of these rooms. T is probably one of our favorite rooms. Here's where we're sharing all kind of stuff from off the internet, hot takes, hot topics. The kitchen for the foodies, stuff you trying, recipes you want to share, studios, music. Share your playlist, share your favorite songs, get to know each other. Home office, one of my favorite places. A room if you want to meet, talk business. Like Rasheen Beats is making bead bracelets. Make sure y'all follow Rasheen. Share. You know what I'm saying? I want this community to be able to grow. Ideas, feedback, let us know. Job board, you see stuff out there, let people know. You never know where people are at in the community. So it's helpful. Guidance, if you're looking for help, look in here. Then we got a lab. Kind of like YouTube highlights, just kind of just letting you know what I got going on. Book club is where we keep up like our book stuff. Style Suite, Fashion District, Crown Corner, mostly is where I'm kind of like asking. This is where I'm learning. This is Bust Down Central. This is where I'm learning a lot of Bust Down stuff here. If y'all into that, the gym is where we get into the sports. Got a room for every different thing we talking about: women's basketball, prospects, college hoops, Gamecocks, WNBA. Check all that stuff out. Jump in there, talk, engage. Sportsbook spot. That's want to bet, and then fantasy football. We were working on putting together fantasy football. That's something that'll be coming. I'm gonna go back into the want to bet section in a minute. But there's also like an arcade room, so you can play like some in-server games. We've done like some golf and then some stuff, and then you can link and play outside of here, sharing your gamer tags, some memes and posts, and then voice channels. So y'all hear us afterwards. Click into the lounge. You can play some games, watch videos, listen to music, that kind of stuff. Then there's some rooms where you can play games, medicine and melodies. Just want to kind of chill, listen to some music, hang out. There's an after dark room for after dark conversation, and then a casino room where you can, extend the conversation about the information that is shared in the wanna bet section. So wanna bet, MJ does a great job of just not only sharing out like all of the picks that we have kind of going on, but then also sharing some of the other stuff and research that he comes across in some of these some of the alerts and tickets that he tells, or just even giving options for people to tell. So do not try this at home. Kids look like it's his most recent pick. But this is the Discord. Key is still MIA, but we are wishing Key love. And
yes,
Key in the daytime with a flashlight. Come on back. I'm hoping the Key is back for like women's hoops. Like it won't be the same without Key here for like South Kakalaka Gamecock fam. So maybe taking a break from YouTube, but hopefully coming back and rocking with us for Gamecock season. But yes, missing Key a lot here on the channel. Not the same without Key. FSU is showing up. What a team truly look like in order to not get a spot in the playoffs. Not sure how many games they want to win. Probably 4. We are in total control. So that is the did you have something specific you wanted to talk?
Oh, you showed a few of the things. There was so one thing before we get out of here.
Let me bring it back up because there may be something specific you want me to go to in the one.
One of the things that I did is I put up not only the DraftKings Showdown roster that I put in. I also went over one of the lineups that I put in for FanDuel, and it's that one right above. You can see it in white, right above the baseball play slip. I put in 5 different lineups, but I also, if you look closely, you see that 25 entries right there? I put in 25 entries for the 5 different lineups that I put in, which was the max of 150 lineups. And basically what I have to do before start time today is I have to go through as many of those as possible and make my quick adjustments to who I think was going to produce the most points as a team so that I can win this contest. But that is also going to branch out into a few other contests where I'm paying a little bit more than a half unit or a unit in hopes to be able to. So if I have one of the best lineups out there, then that means not only do I take the first prize on this one, which is I think $500, not that much, but that means I'll sweep on other ones that may be worth $5,000 or even $40,000 for first prize. So that's what that's for. I'll have to have a video where I walk you guys through how I go through that process, but yeah, that's mostly how it's done. And then that other ticket, the other 2 tickets you saw at the bottom, those were kind of some random tickets that I were looking at. Like, yeah, that one's for 50 cents. Winner, $2.4 million. That's one of the ones that has out there, to be honest with you, looking to get a split out of that. But the second one is weird because I don't have to hit all of these to actually win $29,000. I'm just trying to figure out how many I have to hit and if there's a sequence in how I have to hit them. So I'll have to find that out, most likely the hard way, but they're out there. So just for people, I know that somebody asked me for prize pick selections, and I can do those too. Just depends on what you're looking to get. I can do some research on it, get some numbers out to you quickly.
And as far as like the picks that he puts in for like what he shows on the show, he does kind of go back through and show kind of like what hit, what missed, and get those updates. So that in a nutshell is the Discord. Pull up, check it out. Be a part. So we'll be continuing to add there as
Sign
well.
up now before we close the doors.
We are moving to the Patreon, fam. We are moving to the Patreon. Get your shekels ready. We want y'all to come on over with us. So for that exclusive content and that after dark content, pull up on the Discord. Pull up on the Discord and soon pull up on the Patreon. But with that, I think we gave us a pretty good start to the week. Looking forward to seeing how this stuff rides out, especially like our 4-game pick. I'm excited to see what that does. What you got before we get ready to get out of here?
Hey, let's get in here and enjoy the Monday night games before the W hits tomorrow.
Oh, let me tell y'all, for those of y'all who don't know, on my background, one more time, that's Anaya Hardy, graduated senior out of Detroit Renaissance rookie class, Louisville, California, Louisville, Kentucky. Gonna be one of the players I had the opportunity to interview. One of the players I'm excited to watch. So over the next, my theme right now would be like highlighting some of these players that don't get talked about. Helping try to just get their names out. Some of the players I talked to, some of them I haven't. Some of them I'm just watching them. But just another opportunity to like showcase young talent coming into this league. Already dunking. Pull her up at Anaya. So Anaya Hardy, thank you for asking LL and reminding me of that. And with that, y'all, I think maybe around the Discord a little bit back, like I never left tonight at 9 with Coach Rowe for now joining the conversation. Like I said, y'all be on the lookout. Some VIP and some celebration coming up for 1 year of Cess Talks on YouTube. I want to celebrate me being here, but celebrate y'all supporting me. So pull up, hang out. We're going to do some stuff from here, probably on into the now joining the conversation anniversary. So with that, back in just a few hours. Stay tuned. Talk soon, y'all. We out. Man, this dude never lets us just be done. He never lets us just be done. Something always got to happen before we can get out of here. Coach, bedtime at 9. You thought, you got hot ones for Coach. I can't wait to see Coach. I can't wait to see Coach tonight. Hot ones. He supposed to be in bed at 9. What you got? What you got? You got to stop this thing. What you got? What you got?
See this right here. This is what I'm talking. This is grade A crack stab editing right here. Got the nice little Easter egg, the golden Easter egg up here. You don't even know. You don't even know what's about to happen. So yeah, we can't get out of here without giving you one of the best ones out there, which was Kyle Schwarber, part of the triplets in Philly. He is measuring out to be a little sneaky of a pick because this guy is not entirely the home run. He's not on top of the home run picks as he usually is for any given day. But one of the things it looks like he's due. Let's see. Last 14 games out of 16 has been under
overdue.
Over. He's exceeded a hit 6 out of the last 7 games, which is good. Let me see. He has been under striking out 6 of the last 7 games, which means he's putting the ball in play a lot. And what is the other one here? Now, the only thing is that he has not exceeded a home run in 14 of his 16 games at home. So this is what is called he is due pick. So he is due to get one out of the stadium. Looks like they have a nice little they have a nice little matchup with San Francisco. One of the names, there's another name that I left out on that game too, which I'll put into the Discord just so you guys can have it. So you know what you gotta do. Sign up for the Discord, start looking at those picks, get ready for the move, and get ready for some entertainment shekels.
Entertainment shekels. Y'all know what it is. What up, though? You can say what up, though. We have to come back. You know, he always got something at the end. Sometimes you gotta stick around. Sometimes the show is over, and then sometimes it's like, guy, it ain't over.
Thought it was over.
Party's not over.
Exactly.
Damn. I'm just playing with y'all. And with that, we are for sure out of here.